What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters, and welcome to No Life to Metal. Gonna be doing a rock metal update. That's right. Gonna be doing a rock and metal update today. All live albums and bootlegs. Most of these are bootlegs. There's a couple of official live albums in here, but most of them are bootlegs. Maybe half and half, who knows, I don't know. Anyhow, we're going to start off with Twisted Sister. It's one of my favorite bands. I grew up with these guys. They were local guys when I was a kid, literally a kid. Couldn't get in to see them because all they played was clubs, but I used to... One time, they were playing in New Jersey, and they were playing in a club near my house that I could bicycle to, and I sat behind the club and just listened to the rumble behind the stage. That was as close as I could get to seeing them when they were a club band. I did get to see them in 1983, which when this was recorded, playing in a small theater, opening up for Ronnie James Dio, and they were fantastic. It was one of my early concert experiences. Absolutely loved it. They were still young, hungry, and on fire then. They hadn't experienced huge success like they did with Stay Hungry yet. And that's what this is too. This is Castle Donington. This is 1983, August 20th, and the track listing is off from the first two albums. What you don't know: The Kids Are Back, Shoot 'Em Down, Destroyer, Like a Knife in the Back, Ride to Live, Live to Ride, We're gonna make it, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll, I Am on Me, and they finished off this set with It's Only Rock and Roll, which they used to do a great job of, especially in the clubs. Man, Dee's banter was just freaking awesome back then. It was as fun and as enjoyable as listening to the music itself. Dee was always a great frontman. Even if he wasn't the best singer in the world, he was a great frontman. And obviously, he wrote a lot of these songs. He was a great songwriter as well. Good sound quality, great concert. I can't actually say if this is a bootleg or not. I'm assuming it is, but it is on Deadlines, which is an official label, so it may be an officially licensed album. But regardless, great album, well worth picking up if you like early Twisted Sister. They were just a force to be reckoned with back then. They weren't a pop metal band. They weren't glam metal. They were actually anti-glam, or as Dee Snider used to say, they were hid because they're hideous. So there you go. Next up, speaking of Dio, this is Dio from the same year, 1983. This is live in Fresno. I saw them in Philadelphia at the Tower Theater. All mostly songs from the first album, obviously, and stuff from Rainbow and Sabbath. So you've got the intro, Stand Up to Shout, Straight from Through the Heart, Shame on the Night, Children of the Sea, Holy Diver, Heaven and Hell, which is of course the Sabbath, Rainbow in the Dark, Man on the Silver Mountain, Rainbow, and then Don't Talk to Strangers. Great cover art too. This thing is just really well done. Sounds great. This is an official release from Record Store Day. I believe Wendy Dio, who was Ronnie's wife, controls this catalog, and this came out on Record Store Day. Next up, another Record Store Day release. One that's probably way outside the spectrum of norm for me. At least the stuff that I show. This is Bebop Deluxe. This is the Live in the Air Age Hammersmith Odeon concert in 1977. Of course, Live in the Air Age was their official live album that came out back in 77, 78, somewhere in that area, I think it was. Which, to this day, I still love it. And when this came out, I was like, I gotta get that. But it was really, really overpriced. Unfortunately, unlike some of the other Record Store Day releases, like UFO Live in Youngstown, which now sells for over $200, this one didn't sell quite as well. Don't have the same recognition as I guess UFO did. So I ended up picking it up quite a bit after Record Store Day for a very good price. So glad to have it. Basically, Live in the Air Age was a collection of different concerts they recorded, which was pretty common in the 70s. They would take the best songs that they recorded from a bunch of concerts and put together a record. And this is just one show, which is the Hammersmith Odeon show. It is a double album. This one was also slightly, I don't know if it's going to be really hard to sell, but there's like a crease right here, which is only on the one side. Has to be a factory thing because the other side's not creased. So, like I said, I got it for an incredible price. It was still sealed, so I enjoy it. I like this album. I like Bebop Deluxe. I'm not saying they're all my favorite bands, but I really enjoy them. Their first three albums I listen to quite regularly, especially the first album. Very much like in the T-Rex meets David Bowie with more guitars. I don't know how else to explain it. Alright, one of my all-time favorite bands. I mean, if you watch this channel, more than once, I've probably shown something from this band, but this is Thin Lizzy. This is also a Record Store Day release. Unfortunately, it was a Record Store Day release only in Europe, so obtaining a copy wasn't as easy as I hoped for, but I did obviously get one. So this is Live and Dangerous at the Hammersmith. So the Lizzie box set came out, which has all the concerts. I can't remember, 8 or 9 discs of different concerts, much like the Bebop Deluxe one. You know, they recorded a bunch of shows, picked the best songs, and that was released as Live and Dangerous. Well, this here is the Hammersmith 14th of November 1976 show. And it's the entire show, double album, Jailbreak, Massacre, Emerald, Johnny, It's Only Money, Still in Love with You, Johnny the Fox meets Jimmy the Weed, The Boys Are Back in Town, Rosalie, Suicide, Warriors, Sha-La-La, Baby Drives Me Crazy. So it is a gatefold. There's some great photos in here. I can't remember if it's color vinyl or not. I think it's black vinyl, but I don't even know if it came out on color vinyl or not. I can't remember now. Yeah, it's black vinyl. So I have played this one once. I mostly bought it because I'm a Thin Lizzy fanatic, and I have been since I was a kid, much like Aerosmith, and Ted Nugent, and Kiss, and Judas Priest. But I had to have the vinyl version of this. So I also got the CD box set, which has all the concerts in it. So I listened to that one several times. So I only played this one once so far. Quite enjoyed it. Obviously, it was professionally recorded, so it's got great sound quality. Whereas this one here, I also picked up recently. This is Thin Lizzy, The Boys Are Back, live in Chicago, 76. I haven't actually played this one yet. It's still sealed. I have this one, several different versions of it, which is why I haven't popped this one open yet. Some of them sound better than others, but I don't think any of them sound awful. They're all listenable. Again, it's a pretty similar set here. You got Jailbreak, Boys Are Back in Town, Emerald, It's Only Money, which I don't think that one was on here. Yeah, it is. Blues Boy, that's the one that's not on here. Yeah, Blues Boy wasn't on the other one. Warriors, Rosalie, Suicide, Angel from the Coast, Sha-La-La, and The Rocker. I don't think Angel from the Coast was on here either. Nope. So a couple different songs in this set, from this set, both from 76, both worth picking up. This one here is available right now on Amazon for, I don't know, $25 or something like that. If you're a Thin Lizzy fan and you like their bootleg stuff, jump on this because it ain't gonna last long. Thin Lizzy stuff disappears quick and it sells for ridiculous prices once it's sold out. And one more. This is not Thin Lizzy, but it is Philip Lynott. This is his band Grand Slam, his post Thin Lizzy band before he passed away. There they are. Yeah, it's definitely different. He was doing a different style of music. There are some hard rockers on here, but he was doing a little more of a crooner thing at times, and I don't know, he was just stepping out, trying different things musically, and I kind of appreciate that. I kind of dig Grand Slam. Of course, I am a Lizzy fanatic, like I said. I have been, so I'm a little bit biased on that. I pretty much enjoy anything Phil Lynott did, and part of that is nostalgia, because I've been listening to him since, like I said, literally a kid in grade school. When I bought Live and Dangerous in 1978 as a kid, I showed my mom the picture of Scott Gorham, and I was like, Mom, I want my hair like that. And she looked at me and she said, when you're 18, you move out of my house, you can have your hair just like that. And I was like, okay. So when I was 18 and moved out of her house, I grew my hair long, and I've had it pretty much long ever since. And that's had nothing to do with the music, but just thought I'd share that story. All right, another bootleg. This is Holidays in Houston, the Texas broadcast, 1983, Judas Priest. This is fantastic release, FM radio broadcast, so it's very good sound quality. They were touring with, I think, Iron Maiden for this one. Iron Maiden was opening, and you got Head Out to the Highway, Desert Plains, Devil's Child, Hillian, Riding on the Wind, Screaming for Vengeance, You Got Another Thing Coming, Breaking the Law, Sinner, Living After Midnight, and Hellbent for Leather. So this is another one that's fairly new. It just came out. Fallen Angel Records came out in 2022, according to the copyright on the back. Although I'm not sure how they copyrighted a bootleg, but whatever. I don't know if this is a bootleg or official. I'm assuming it's at least somewhat official because it's on Cleopatra Records. This is UFO in Cleveland, 82. Post-Schenker stuff, but still great. I absolutely love the 80s UFO stuff, despite what other people think. I don't think Schenker, destroyed UFO by leaving them. I think they continued to release strong albums. It's just unfortunate that most people didn't give them a chance once Schenker left. They never reached the success I think that they deserved, but whatever. We Belong to the Night, Let It Rain, Long Gone, The Wild, the Willing, and Innocent, Only You Can Rock Me, Terry, Do It All For You, Too Hot to Handle, and they finish off with their only really hit song, which was Lights Out. Lights out in London. So yeah, great live photo on the back. It's Phil Mogg there, one of the best vocalists ever in my opinion. I've always loved Phil. He's got a very unique, charismatic voice. Pete Way, of course, Andy Parker, Paul Chapman was the guitar player in the band. Great album. Good sound quality. Well worth picking up if you're into UFO. All right, the next 1, 2, 3 are from the same band. This is more record store day releases, so I guess there is more official stuff in here than I remembered, but this thing was expensive. This is Motorhead live in Malmo, 2000, The Lost Tapes, a limited edition, previously unreleased live album on double green vinyl, a monstrous live set from the We Are Motorhead album tour, recorded in KB Hallen, Malmo on September 17th of November 2000. There it is. This is part of a series. I don't know. This has got to be. Does it not say on here anywhere? Whether it's what volume it is? I don't know. I think this is volume 3. I don't see it on here though. This is, maybe it's under the sticker. Anyhow, regardless, I don't know if you can see the price sticker on here, but $46.99. That's freaking expensive for a record, in my opinion. But unfortunately, it seems to be the going price of vinyl these days, which I think is going to be the downfall of vinyl. The fact that it's so dang expensive, unfortunately. But get great set list. You know, Motorhead were still on fire. Lemmy was still at the top of his game here. We Are Motorhead, Bomber, No Class, I'm So Bad Baby I Don't Care, Over Your Shoulder, Civil War, Metropolis, Shoot You in the Back, God Save the Queen, Sex Pistols cover, Born to Raise Hell, Stay Out of Jail, Damage Case, Sacrifice, Orgasmatron, Bass Solo, Going to Brazil, Iron Fist, Killed by Death, Ace of Spades, and finish off with Overkill. And then, excuse me, allergy is starting to kick in. This is number 4 in that series, The Lost Tapes. This one is Christmas Metal Meeting, 1984. A limited edition, previously unreleased live album on double amber vinyl, a wall-destroying live set from the No Remorse tour, recorded at Hellbron on the 29th of December, 1984. Again, great set list. Great sound quality. Iron Fist, Stay Clean, Heart of Stone, The Hammer, Metropolis, Shoot You in the Back, Jailbait, Killed by Death, Ace of Spades, Steal Your Face, Nothing Up My Sleeve, Road Crew Introduction, and then We Are the Road Crew, Bite the Bullet, The Chase is Better Than the Catch, No Class, Motorhead, Bomber, and of course, Overkill. And then one more. This is also, I believe, an official release. As far as I know, this is Motorhead's We Play Rock and Roll live at the Monterey Jazz Festival, 2007. Again, a great set list, great sound quality. I'm a Motorhead fanatic, so I love live Motorhead for some reason. Man, I play these live albums a lot. But in any case, Snaggletooth, great song. Stay Clean, Be My Baby, Killers, Metropolis, Over the Top, One Night Stand, I Got Mine, In the Name of Tragedy, Sword of Glory, Rosalie, which is dedicated to Philip Lynott and Thin Lizzy, even though it's not their song, but they popularized the song. It was originally by Bob Seger. Anyhow, Bob Seger, it wasn't Silver Bullet Band, it was before that. And it's skipping my mind at the moment. It'll come to me after I turn the video off. Anyhow, Rosalie, Sacrifice, Just Cause You Got the Power, Going to Brazil, Killed by Death, Iron Fist, Warehouse Blues, Whorehouse Blues, Ace of Spades, and of course, Overkill. So there you go. 3 live albums, all official releases from Motorhead. Okay, next up, basically 4 albums from the same band. I picked this first one up, and I picked these first 2 up together. They're from the same label, Flogger Records, and if you bought them both, they were cheaper, and it came with a book on Pink Floyd's The Wall, which is kind of bizarre because this has nothing to do with The Wall, but it came with a nice 12 by 12 booklet, which I just threw in with my Pink Floyd The Wall album. But this is live in Paris and Rome, 1968, so it's basically a combination of 2 shows together. Side 1 is one show, side 2 is some of the other show. This, I believe, is Syd Barrett. I believe David Gilmour was coming in at this point somewhere. I don't recall if he actually played on these or not. There is in the back, it says, The Unmistakable Anthology presents the best of Pink Floyd broadcasting live to air during 1968 at the height of their psychedelic and space rock era, Featured here are a series of iconic live performances from the transition period when David Gilmour was taking over guitar and vocal duties from Syd Barrett. So maybe it wasn't Syd Barrett who played on these. I would have sworn in '68 Syd was still around. That it was like '69, '70 when David Gilmour came around. But who knows? I could be wrong. Anyhow, somebody out there is a Pink Floyd fanatic and can tell me if it was Syd Barrett or David Gilmour who played on these. But anyhow, side A, Astronomy Domain, Flaming, Set the Controls for Heart of the Sun, Let There Be More Light, and Interstellar Overdrive. And then side 2, Astronomy Domain, Set the Controls for Heart of the Sun, and Let There Be More Light. And it's on pink vinyl. This one too, also on Flogger Records, live in 1970. Now this is definitely David Gilmour, as you see pictured on the cover. It's nice when a live album actually has the correct members on the cover. A lot of bootlegs, not so much. But anyhow, this one's correct. Another one that's got a lot of their early psych stuff, which I absolutely love. This is all Radio 1, BBC stuff. The Embryo, Fat Old Son, Green is the Color, Careful What That Asks Eugene, If, and Atom Heart Mother. I love early. I love most Pink Floyd. I really like the stuff, The Wall best, but I don't really dislike anything afterwards either. But I tend to listen to the psych stuff the most when I'm in the mood to hear Pink Floyd. That's the kind of stuff I listen to, including these live recordings, which are really great. I also picked up this one, which is actually the same show as this one. So I have two of the same show. They don't have the exact same set list. This one has one less song than that one. The sound quality on both seems to be about the same. Either way, I like the cover better on this one because it goes better with the the whole Atom Heart Mother look and the cows and everything. But this one is on a different label, Second Records. This one came out in 2021. Not for sale in North America. Well, guess where I live. Live in London, 1970. Atomize. Another great recording from the early psych years of Pink Floyd. You can't go wrong with either one of these. If you're into that psych stuff, both these are really good radio broadcasts, worth checking into. Buy one or the other. You don't need them both. My recommendation would be to buy this one because it's got one more song than this one has. And like I said, I didn't hear a whole big difference in the sound quality. And then this one here, which is an official release, and it actually came. This actually was released as a single. It's actually a double. It has a standalone release and also in a box set of sorts. I didn't go for the box set. I just got the album. This is The Dark Side of the Moon live at Wembley, 1974. Recorded at the Empire Pool. It includes the songs Speak to Me, Breathe, On the Run, Time, The Great Gig in the Sky, Money, Us and Them, Any Color You Like, Brain Damage, and Eclipse. So basically the entire album live. And it is a really good listen. I gotta confess, this album was played so much when I was a teenager that I kind of got burned out on it. So it's not the album I tend to play very often, but I really enjoyed this live album when I picked it up. And I've played it a couple times since then, and it's very well done. Good sound quality, worth checking out if you're a Pink Floyd fan, especially if you like Dark Side of the Moon, because it gives you like an alternative version of it, which probably is why I liked it so much, because it just gave me something different, All right, and then finally, this is an official album for sure. This is Wishbone Ash. This is their double live dates double album. Live dates double album. And yeah, it's early Wishbone Ash. It's, these are the guys who are pretty much known for, I should say inventing, but popularizing the dual guitar thing, which Thin Lizzy also made popular, both those bands. And then, of course, it became like the mainstay in heavy metal with bands like, Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and Merciful Fate and all those different bands having the dual guitar leads and two guitar players and that kind of thing. So, Wishbone Ash, classic, proto-metal, hard rock, whatever you want to call it. Live dates. This thing is fantastic. Well worth picking up if you dig that sound, that, early to mid-70s hard rock sound. So, anyhow, that's my live album pickups. Hope you enjoyed that. Pardon the interruptions. There's going to be a few cuts in this video. Dog kept barking and someone came to the front door. Sheesh. So anyhow, that's it. Appreciate y'all watching. Leave a comment below. Subscribe. All that kind of fun stuff. God bless. Stay strong.